1 to 3 people being so passionate that they're driving so much of it, and then something could change. A life event could change where something else starts taking attention, and we're sitting right here in a real life example. So
I have that problem myself with our Autism Speaks, because Suzanne and I have raised so much of the money, and we have been so much of the infrastructure that we provided and everything, that pulling back is, I can see there's a gap there.
Yeah,
and it's got to get
emotional
filled.
guilt for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
well, yeah, it's, you know, we built this and now you guys have got to run it. And they're saying, well, we don't have you, so, you know.
So I think the answer is, you know, this is funny to have you on the show. Your daughter's part of this ecosystem. I think you need to create content, whatever was compelling in mail form, that got people to say, I want to call and have a coffee and find out more about this. You need to create the videos and pictures that can do that in a social media environment. But here's some good news. You can target people of a certain wealth and demo and location on Facebook that could be very efficient and is better data than the historic snail mail data, and create that. Listen, there's a lovely gal that I know knows a thing or two about this, that you can, I don't want you hogging up any more time, because you can chat to your lovely daughter about this. She knows the gig. So let's move on, India.
Hi, Gary. First, I want to thank you for your overnight sensation video. All your stuff is great, but the overnight sensation video, when I get discouraged, I watch it and it kicks my ass. Thank you. The nonprofit sector is broken. Money controls everything. And for the nonprofit sector to change, and there hasn't been a unique idea, a brilliant idea, a disruptive idea in so long, it needs to change. And one of the examples that I like to use is coffee kiosks. Here's a coffee kiosk at YouTube. In Google, they're almost every 150 feet. They're common at most startups. You got free yogurt and free milk and free Red Bull and all kinds of free stuff. Here is our coffee kiosk. I'm CMO of a large nonprofit upstate New York. And it's not that we don't care any less about our employees. It's there's no funding. There's no funding for even free coffee. So the problem is the top. And how do we change that? How do we get funders to have a startup mentality? If you look at the startup world, you know, Twitter, Uber, Airbnb, these are ideas that might be considered radical, different, disruptive, but somebody funded them and they funded free coffee along with it. We are not going to see change in the nonprofit sector until the funding streams change that empower us to do the work. How can those of us in the nonprofit sector that care